back to you, Kosha, and another political issue, this warning from the Australian energy market operator that we're running out of power. I mean, it just does my head in that we could have managed our energy so poorly in this country. And this is not just in the last 6 months. This is over the last 2 decades, coalition and Labor governments chasing a renewable dream, shutting down reliable dispatchable power when they've got nothing to replace it with.
100%. If a country like Australia is facing this issue, it is wholly self-inflicted. This is one of the most resource-rich countries in the world. We happily export coal and nuclear to other countries that use it. Meanwhile, we're dismantling our coal infrastructure for backup energy and refusing to pursue nuclear, which obviously ticks 2 boxes because it's clean energy and would be a reliable backup source. And this pursuit of the renewable dream, which natural demand for it just is not at the level that activists and governments want it to be. And I would quickly also add, meanwhile, you look at countries like India and China that have to power billion-plus populations, and they have determined that coal and nuclear is the way to go and the right way to have a reliable backup power load. And it would be really interesting if we see a flip where countries like that are known to have poor infrastructure actually are building towards more reliability, and then countries like Australia are ceding ground on that. It would be quite embarrassing.
Just quickly, Stephen, there are 2 obvious solutions. The one that we have at the moment is gas. You need a lot of gas generation to back up renewables. The other is, of course, nuclear. But instead, we're trying snowy hydro and wave machines and big solar farms out in the desert and offshore, all sorts of pie-in-the-sky stuff, and it always falls over.
Yeah, all that experimental stuff's great if you leave it in the experimental realm, but the reality is you need to have that dispatchable, reliable baseload power available now. There's no excuse for Australia not having it, and I find it extraordinary that AEMO's had to come out and say that, because we've known that for decades that we were coming to this, and unfortunately governments on both sides of the political divide have done nothing about it.
Absolutely.